Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back. So I have a whole lot to say regarding this topic. So let me finish to the end before you want to click off or start and assume something or whatever triggered people want to do, because this is factual facts. And when we speak on a topic like this, we generalize. So I don't want to even see any comments, not all women. We all know that. No one is all the same. But when we generalize, it means a lot. So a lot of women are this way today. In this modern bimbo, kimbo, Jimbo world. Okay? So, listen up. The modern women today are becoming soulless. And they don't realize how bad things are going to be in the future, because they are not going to be wanted. They're not going to be wanted. Women today, when we generalize, not all, so if you're not a part of this, don't even worry. But when we generalize, most of these girls out there running around today don't even give a rat's ass what a man wants. And what I mean by this is they feel entitled to live recklessly, to do whatever they want to do, to be crazy, rude, loud, obnoxious, party, sleep around. They're giving their value away to the point where they become valueless. Yes, valueless. Women are born with their value. Men have to work very hard to create their value. Especially the men that work very hard to create their value and actually become something. They're not going to want no modern day bimbo schmimbo that has given her value away to everybody else, becoming valueless. Because you're valueless. You don't match up. There's levels to life, guys. You got a guy that he has got his shit together, and you get some chick that preserved her value. She did not give herself away to everybody else. You got yourself a match right there. But you got some chick that just gives away her value, lives however she wants, thinking she's going to get some higher value dude in the end. You're never going to get that guy. Never in your life will you get that guy. Actually, you know what? You might be able to get him, but you cannot keep him. Because he will know about your past. Women who go through all that, through the hoe phase, they become very damaged forever. It's something you cannot take back. It's something you simply just cannot take back. It's not hard to tell. Your innocence is gone. You have that certain look about yourself. And as a guy that has experience, a guy that has created value within himself, he will know. You know who might not know? Guys that have not created that much value within themselves. That's the guy you might get. And it's a shame how many chicks nowadays will ruin their value thinking everything is going to be okay until you end up like Brittany Renner, Marilyn Monroe, Lana Rhoades, until you end up fucked. You cannot take it back. Your value as a woman is given to you. Here you go. Preserve it. Hold on to it tight. Save it for the right thing. You give your value away to everybody. What happens when you give your money away to everybody? You got none left. What happens on Halloween when you're a person at home giving away all your candy to all the kids that come to the house? You run out of candy. What happens to women when they give themselves away to every other guy that comes by that they feel they want to do something with? They lose their value. A piece of them gets taken away. You lose your value. You can't afford to do shit like that and think everything is going to be okay, because it's not. And unfortunately, these women that do this, they did not know this deeply enough, what I'm explaining right now. And if they actually knew this deeply enough to the point where they really should know it, they would not have done it. They did not know that was going to happen. They simply did not know. They thought they could get away with it. You can't get away with that shit, bro. You can't. It's going to show up. You're going to get burnt. You're going to pay a price. You're going to pay a price for doing shit like that. And you know what? Dudes that are higher value, that have created something for themselves, they don't like cheap shit. I don't like cheap shit. I like nice shit. I don't like my shit tampered with. I don't like my food touched. I don't. At all. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. I like my clothes nice and fresh. I like my food nice and fresh. My friends, they're fresh. They have some discipline. They take care of themselves. They got brains. They know what they're talking about. And you already know. It's the same with women. It's the same with every motherfucking thing, bro. You think for 2 seconds that I'm going to settle for something that has lost its value? You think the top G is going to settle for something that valueless? Not a fucking chance. You know who's going to get a shot? That human being that preserved their value. You know who doesn't get a shot? Someone whose value is gone. Because you're too dumb to realize it. Bye. You're out of the picture now. You can't take back what you done. See ya. And these are cold hard facts, bro. These are cold hard facts. Once you're damaged that badly, there's no going back. I know people that used to have so much value that are now valueless. You see those very, very, very young, attractive women. Years later, they look like crackheads without even doing crack. That's just berserk. It shows damage. It shows someone that's very irresponsible, someone that cannot listen, someone that probably had 1,000,001 chances and just did not listen because they're stubborn, entitled, think they can do whatever they want and still get whatever they want whenever they're going to realize that is not the truth. Their value is gone. They're going to have to settle for something else that is kind of valueless. And that's the way it goes. People, you have to be on point. A high value dude is always going to end up with a high value female that has preserved her value. And valueless people, as bad as this may sound, will end up together, if anything. You will match up with who you're supposed to match up with. And it comes down to your value, and everybody has a choice. I don't feel bad for people that have ruined themselves and made that choice consciously. I can't. I can't do it. I have no sympathy. You had your shot. You had your chance. You had choices. You really, really fucked it up. Really bad. You probably had someone just trying to make you see the light, and you still couldn't do it. And as for the guys, you can always up your value and create more value within yourself. But men and women are very different. Women have their value. You have to be very, very, very aware of it. You have to capitalize on your value. You really do. It's not to be tampered with. It's not to be messed with. The females I know that have grew up the right way, they were taught the right things. Their fathers would never let them go wild, going crazy everywhere. They would never let them do that. And they listen. It's a good sign. A woman that will listen to her father will listen to her other guy, her boyfriend, her husband. She will. But women that hate their fathers, most likely not. There's so many things that can mess people up. And I understand. But it's still up to you to preserve your value. It's still up to you to make the right decisions. Like, I can't give you much of an excuse. You should know biologically in your nature what to do. Nobody has to have the perfect upbringing. You should biologically know in your nature what to do and what decisions are right and wrong. You make too many wrong decisions, you are fucked. You could probably afford to mess up a couple times, but it's the ones that take it overboard become very damaged. You can never take that back. You can literally see the look in them when they're that damaged. You can see it. If you were to ever hang out with them, it's just not right. Something's bad, something's off with them. Their soul is gone. They don't have a soul. You can see the look in their eye. You can see the look in their body language. They're just not. They're not it. And I know people this has happened to, bro, and I'll never say names on this channel, that'd just be ridiculous. But I know people very, very well who this has happened to. And it's not pretty. You have to be very careful in this world with what you do. This is not a video to bash women. This is not a video to bash men. This is not a video to bash anybody. This is a video of nothing but the truth. And the truth just gets in and hurts some people just sometimes, and it doesn't take away that it's the truth. It's still the truth. And you know, a lot of these modern women today are taking this route. And it's going to be freaky because they're forever, as bad as this may sound, they're forever going to get used for S3X. And you guys know what that is. They're forever going to get used for that. They're not going to get taken seriously. They'll get sold a dream. There'll come a time where they really want to get in the mix with somebody. They're going to get taken for a spin. And they're going to get clowned. Because guys know who was worth it and who was not. Guys know who to take seriously and who to not take seriously. People will mess with you, but they're not going to settle with you. If they know your value is not there, they're not taking something lesser. There was more valueless guys who got you for free. You think a guy that's more valuable is going to settle with you? You're out of your mind. I don't make these rules, guys. That's another thing here. I don't make these rules. I just report them. I'm telling you how people think and how things actually are in this world. And this is the truth, whether anybody likes it or not. Women are taken away from most guys today what guys are biologically hardwired to actually like, which is young, fertile, beautiful women who preserve themselves for the right guy. If you're just all over the place, you think you can just be free, you can do whatever you want. You know what? You actually can. You can do that. But there's always consequences to that. You have to be ready for the consequences. And you can't complain when your shit's really messed up. That's where you can't sit back and complain. Because how you feel is exactly how you made those guys feel when they actually wanted you. And now they don't want you. Their value has been created much higher. They're going to get something else that's better. And you're going to lose for the rest of your life. Or you settle for way less because that's all you can actually get. Is somebody else who has not created all that much value in themselves. That's what you're going to get. And like I said, don't shoot the messenger. I'm telling you guys how shit really is right now. It blows my mind how there's people in the world that still don't know this. Like, this is really common sense. This is how I'm biologically hardwired. I knew this shit forever, like since birth. Like since I was young. Like, what do you expect? You think I'm gonna wife up some thought? Some 304? Yeah, baby, oh, you're so splendid. Yeah, you look so great. Everything about you is just perfect. Oh yeah. What do you think I am? Do you think I'm stupid? There is nothing appealing to that. Like, at all. Men who've created value want valuable things because that is what they can get, because they have earned it. If you are a chick and you do not preserve your value, you do not qualify for a high caliber dude that you probably deep down want and desire. You don't qualify for that. Just like some guy who has not put in the work, who has not done what he was supposed to do, does not qualify for a high caliber chick. You qualify for what you qualify for. If you are not 5 feet tall, damn it, you don't get on the carnival ride because you don't qualify. How one thing goes is how everything goes in this world. You can relate just about anything to anything. And there's people that don't like it. Guess what? There's people that's 4'10" that don't like it because they can't ride the carnival ride because they're not 5 feet tall. Guess what? They're not getting on the fucking ride. So just turn around, walk to the end, and just walk away, go somewhere else. Because you're not getting it. I cannot explain this video any better. Like, this is what it is. There was things that happened in the past with me and certain individuals, and guess what? They really fucked that up. And guess who hung their heads and hated what happened? Them. Because they no longer qualified. I cannot go forward in life with you and take you seriously. You already showed me what you're capable of. Multiple times. You think I'm going to waste 2 more seconds? With you? Absolutely fucking not. These actions are even a lot more worse as you become an adult. You mess around a tiny little bit while you're a teenager. We could work around that. And I mean messing around a tiny bit. Not a whole lot, because we can't work around that. But you made a few little here when you're a teenager or something like that. Okay. Maybe we could work around it. Maybe. But bro, you become an adult and you keep, you get even worse. That's the end. There is no excuses at that point. I have made up excuses for people because I saw a lot of potential in them. They did some wrong things and, we got to an age where it's like, I can no longer even give you an excuse for this kind of shit because it got too bad. It got way too bad. What's wrong with these modern women is they could not give 2 sweet flying fucks of what a man wants. They just don't. They want their cake and they want to eat it too. Like, and this doesn't apply to every single person. Does not. Some people, there's a lot of people that do get it right, but there's even more that don't, and that is why this video is being made. They want their guy to be on point, picture perfect. Have this, that's checked off, that box is checked off, that box is checked off, that box is checked off. But yet you're not on point. You want this guy, but yet you're not on point. You don't qualify, baby girl. You don't qualify. You're not what he wants. You're just not. And this is what I'm saying. The reason why you don't qualify is because you crossed the line. You ruined yourself. You ruined your value. You did. And now you just don't qualify. It's really that simple. So, this is it, man. Like, This is the world. This is how things are. This is how it's been. Like, there's the worst advice out there today for young modern women ever. Like, the worst advice. And unfortunately, too many of them are falling into it, not knowing how bad it's going to be. People are telling you you're still going to meet Mr. Perfect at the end of the line, at the end of the road. Go through all your experiences, experience life. Go till you're 30. Get married at 30. Do all these crazy things, live all these crazy experiences. You're talking about a female that's never going to get a high value dude. When she takes that road, I don't care who you are. You could be Megan fucking Fox. Your value is done if you take that road. Look at the chicks that are locking down these high value dudes, these professional athletes, NHL players, rich dudes that are strong, powerful, confident, got money, got all these things on point. They are very young, attractive females that have not done that shit. They have preserved themselves. They wanted the guy. They done the right things. They did what it took to get that guy. They showed themselves and proved themselves worthy, just like this guy did by his actions. That is when you get something valuable. You don't get something valuable when everyone knows what you're up to, when you're up to no good, when you do all that dumb, crazy shit, when you're a crazy person. You can't be taken seriously. A guy's going to see you and who you are. How can you put a ring on that? How could you take something like that seriously? And it doesn't come down to just like, what hurts it the most is the future. It's not even really what you've done. It matters too. Don't get me wrong. It matters too. But what matters even more is the future and how uncertain it would be by his side. Probably divorce. You could have a kid with this chick. It might not even be yours. Because of the way she is. She could do fucking anything, bro. You cannot trust that. It all comes down to trust. People will show you through their actions if they're trustworthy or not. That's why these types of people cannot be taken seriously. That's why your value is ruined. You ruined everything. So, get your shit together. I really hope this video opened eyes. And like I said, don't shoot the messenger. Why would you do that? I really don't care either way what happens to anything or anybody. Like, it's not on me. The only thing you can control is yourself. I control me, my actions, what I do, how I carry myself, the certain things that I do on a daily basis, and how I go about life. I can't control somebody else. So, I'm not even bashing anybody in particular. I'm just telling the truth. I'm actually helping everybody right now. That's the way you have to see this. Instead of listening with your feelings, oh my God, he's making me feel so bad. You're getting the wrong idea. I'm trying to save you from a lifetime of misery. Because if you would just do the right things, your life would be so much better. So much cleaner. You would be so much cleaner. You're not going to end up like Kim Mathers, Eminem's ex-wife, going crazy. She had a very high caliber dude who had the fame, who had the money, who had all this kind of stuff. And I would argue he done some of the crazy shit he done because of her, because she drove him nuts because of all the crazy shit she did. But that's who she is.